Hey guys, so today came out the Empire at War booster packs. So me and my wife, we've just gone and brought, we brought 12 of these, but we've already opened 2. But thought we'd film opening the rest of them. So I'm going to open 5, and then I'm going to hand over to my wife, and she's going to open the other 5. So anyway, Empire at War, here we go. But no, we've both been really excited for this to come out. I'm going to leave the dice in the pack, just so we don't ruin the surprise of what we get. But anyway, so we have Roll On, which is re-roll one of your dice. You may re-roll that die, you may re-roll that die again. That's cool, and that costs 0. We've got Truce, which is an ambush card, and each player gains 1 resource. Lightsaber Pool, spot a blue character, search your deck for a blue weapon, reveal it and add it to your hand, and then shuffle your deck. We have a Stadium, which is while you control the battlefield, each card you play that costs 3 or more has the ambush keyword. And then we have a Sniper, which is 1 resource if you get the 3, it's got a +2, and it's only got 1 blank. And it's neutral. So that is 1 pack down. Okay, so pack number 2 while I throw dice everywhere. Okay, so we got Roll On again. Voices Cry Out, re-roll all dice showing a value of 2 or more. Secret Mission, which I got just in one of the ones I opened before filming this, which is basically another one where you shout out a colour and then pick a card if it matches. You've got Flanking Maneuver, count the number of support dice in your pool, deal that much damage to a character. That's a pretty good one, and that is a resource cost of 2. And then we have Master of the Council, which is a cost of 4, but you've got a +3 and a +4 melee, 2 shields, 2 resources, and Exorcist upgrade to spend 2 resources to ready a character. 2 resources is quite steep to do that, but I suppose if you had high enough damage it could be worth it. And that is a cost of 4. Okay, so pack number 3. We really wanted to buy a whole box set today, but we spent way too much on cards the last week. We thought we better show a little bit of common sense and not overdo it. So we have No Surrender. Reroll one of your blue character dice showing a blank, then you may resolve it, and that is 0 cost. Force Vision, which is an ambush, and you look at the top 5 cards of a player's deck. Do not rearrange them, so there's no shuffle after that one. Cost of 2, we got Thermal Plant, which is an upgrade weapon. After you activate attach character, force an opponent to choose and deal 1 damage to one of their characters. Then you may discard this upgrade to deal 1 damage to that character. We have All Quiet on the front, remove any number of shields from your characters, then discard cards from the top of an opponent's deck equal to the number of shields you just removed. Don't think I'd ever use that, and that's a hero one. And then we have the Training Remote, which is a cost of 1, and wow, okay, so it's just pluses. You may resolve the modifier sides of this dice to modify any symbol of your blue character dice. That is actually really cool, especially for a cost of 1. That one I might actually use. I mean, it's 1 resource cost if you get the 2, but the ones are all free. And there's 2 blanks, but I might try that, see how it pans out. Now, I think, how many am I allowed to open now? Is it this the last one, or is it one more after? No. So I got these 2, and then I'm going to hand you over to my wife, who is much nicer at talking than I am, so yay. Okay. More cardboard. Okay, so we have Crossfire, which is a 1 cost, remove a die showing a resource cost or spend 1 resource to remove 2 dice showing a resource cost. Resource cost is 0. We've got Appraise, which is remove 1 of your dice showing a resource to play a support from your hand, decreasing its cost by 2. Now that would be handy, and that is a hero, so I can't help but like my expensive supports I have in my deck. Partnership. Activate 1 of your characters and 1 of your supports, then you may spend 1 resource to take an additional action. Again, that could be pretty cool, and that one's neutral. Rally Aid, which is a cost of 1. It's a support, and exhaust this support to reveal a random card in your hand. You may play that card, decreasing its cost by 1 or by 2 instead if it's a vehicle. And then we have the villain card, which is Quinlan Voss. So she just does melee damage, so we've got 2 or plus 2. Just 1 blank. Deal damage to an opponent's character equal to the number of cards in your hand, more than the number of cards in that opponent's hand. Okay, so it's the difference of your 2 hands. Trying to think how good that would be, how useful that would be. Well, I suppose it could be quite useful.
Given your hand in particular involves discarding a lot of cards.
Yeah, I do seem to discard a lot to the point it gets me in trouble, but it's just when you're offered a reroll, it's quite hard to turn down. Right, so we're going to hide another die. Okay, so I think this is the last one I'm allowed to open before I hand this over. Okay, so we've got Cornered Prey. Count the number of dice an opponent has showing a blank. Deal that much damage to a character. That could be handy. There seems to be a couple of cards so far where it's worked on there being blanks. Battle Rage for a cost of 1. Spot a character that has 6 or more damage on it. Resolve 1 of that character's character die showing damage, ranged or melee, increasing its value by 2. And that is 1 cost. That's not so bad. Another battlefield, sorry, which is, I don't know how to pronounce that, Bamar Monastery. The claim on it is resolve 1 of your dice showing a modifier side. A side with A+, as if it were not a modifier. Oh, so that's pretty cool actually. So if you literally didn't have anything else left to do that turn and you were stuck with a modifier you couldn't resolve, then that's a pretty good card to use. Then we have Pilfered Goods, which is a cost of 5, so it's pretty expensive. You may play an upgrade from your hand for free on each of your yellow characters. Okay, that's pretty cool, but you'd have to have enough of them and expensive enough to make that worth it. And then we have a Chance Cube, which is literally got 3 blanks and 3 resource sides, and when you get 1, 2 or 3, before you activate attach character, return this upgrade to your hand unless you spend 1 resource. Okay, so that card sounds pretty useless and a bit too risky to ever really use. Anyway, so that was the final one. So now I will hand you over to my wife, who will open the other 5, or maybe less if I've opened too many.
Hi there everybody. I'm a little bit nervous. I've never done anything like this before, but I'm really excited. I love these booster packs, so let's get started then. Again, focus. Swift Strike. Remove a dice with a modifier, showing a modifier side. Deploy Squadron. Activate any number of your supports in the order of your choice. Ooh, that could be quite nice. That's neutral as well, at cost of 0 resources. Strike Briefing. Look at the top 3 cards of an opponent's deck and rearrange them in any order. Then you may discard the top card of that deck. Oh no. Give 5 shields to your characters distributed as you wish. Oh my gosh, my husband plays with a hero deck and this is very annoying. I'm his characters always seem to get shields when they haven't got much health left. I do get annoyed with it. And let's see who we got. Oh, we've got Hera!
Yay! That was the one card I wanted to pull.
Play a vehicle from your hand for free. After the action phase ends, if that vehicle is still in play, return it to your hand. So there's a special. So we got 1 damage, 1 reroll, 1 shield, and 1 resource. And only 1 blank.
How much does she cost?
9. And, yep.
We finally have a character who costs less than 10.
So there we go. Alright, next pack then. Okay. So we have No Surrender. Ruthless Tactics. Resolve one of your dice, increasing its value by the resource cost showing on it. That could be quite good. As you command. Resolve one of your character's dice as if it was showing a focus. It keeps its value. Cost of 0 resources. That could be very handy. Trickery. Discard your hand. For each card you just discarded, you may remove a dice showing a value that is equal to that card's cost. Ooh. Jedi Instructor. Well, there you go. You wanted another cheap character. After you activate this character, you may turn one of your character dice to a side showing the same symbol as this dice. So, cost of 8. Hero card. Only 1 blank. That's pretty nice. Okay, so next pack then. Okay, next one. Defiance. Reroll one of your character dice, then heal damage from that character equal to the value showing on the dice. That's another hero one. Prepare for war. Play only if this is the first action of this round. No player has taken an action. Gain 1 resource. Gain an extra resource for free. Fortuitous Strike. Spot a red character to re-roll any number of your dice, then deal damage to a character equal to the number of dice you just re-rolled that are now showing range damage. Cost of 1 resource. That could be very interesting. Commandeer. Ooh, resolve an opponent's vehicle dice as if it were your own. If that dice has a resource cost, you do not have to pay it. Villain card. That is pretty nice. Io9 Seeker Droid. The X on this dice is equal to the number of ID9 Seeker Droid dice in your pool. Oh, cool. When resolving dice, resolve them 1 at a time. So you could have a couple of these and get guaranteed 2 melee, 2 focus. That's pretty cool. Hopefully we'll pull another one. That sounds great. And then I believe that may be our last one. Oh no, we got one more. One more. Dangerous mission. Turn a dice to a side showing a resource cost. That could work in tangent pretty good with some of the other ones that we've pulled out today. Praise. We already have that one. Pin down. Spot a vehicle to remove a dice. Oh, that would be very good. Impersonate. Move damage among your characters as you wish. This ignores shields, and you cannot exceed a character's health while moving that damage. Rookie Pilot. After you activate this character, you may re-roll one of your vehicle dice.
So we've got a +2 shield and a resource, but it's still 2 blanks. But it only costs 7. But at the end of the day, it's another cheap hero, so I'm quite happy.
And I think that's all of them now.
Okay, so we just realised we still actually have one more pack, which is always good when that happens. So just going to open up this one. Oh, I nearly saw a dice then and ruined it for myself. What a crime. Okay, so our final pack, we have 0 resource, against the odds, re-roll one of your dice. Then if it just re-rolled the same symbol, you may resolve it, increasing its value by 2. So if you had, I mean, like we just had an example here, if you had a dice which didn't have that many different symbols, that could be pretty handy. We also have Force Vision, which we had earlier. Kill them all. Deal 1 damage to each non-unique character your opponents have. I mean, we have pretty much a habit of always using the unique, so probably won't come into our games very much, and that is a villain. 2 resource, we've got Imperial Backing, which is an ambush. Play a support from your hand, decreasing its cost by 1 for each character you have. So that could be cool, so that's normally going to be like 2 or 3 off your resource cost. Oh, cool, and then we have K2SO, which is got 2... Sorry, I'm reading this through the camera. 2 melee, 3 melee. And the cost to play a weapon on this character is increased by 2. And after you play or move a weapon onto this character the first time each game, ready him. Okay, so that's pretty cool, but that's really not the cost to play a weapon. Yeah, so that's pretty harsh. But anyway, at the beginning of the video I said I'd already opened 2 before I decided to film this. So just to show you what I did get before. So I got the Scatter Blaster, which is probably going to work really well with my deck at the minute, where I've pretty much just been focusing on ranged damage. I got Bestow. I got Shield Generator, which was pretty cool, which is before one of your supports would be discarded from play by an opponent's card effect or die, you may instead discard this support from play, and that costs 1, so that's going to be pretty handy probably. We also got At Peace. Turn each die that has 1 or more blanks to show a side showing a blank. Running Interference, which I love the art for, by the way. And then just get that to focus in. Okay, so it doesn't want to focus in. You just have to, there we go. Yeah, just have to take my word for it. And that is, after you take an action, you may exhaust the support to choose an opponent. That opponent cannot take the same action that you just took on their next turn, which I really like the sound of that one, and that could be pretty cool, especially for a resource cost of 0. I'm going to try that in a few scenarios. Secret Mission, which is, again, it's another pick a colour and see if you're right. We got Rend, which is discard a support or upgrade that costs 0 from play. Tech Team, this one I really like the sound of, which is before you play a support, you may exhaust this support to decrease its cost by 1, and having that sort of thing as a support would be pretty handy, because it's always going to be there, as long as you've already drawn it, obviously. And then we are back at the beginning, so that is our, well, 12 boosters in total, and that went way too quick, to the point now we want to go buy some more. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks a lot for watching.